Hello, my lifers. We're here in
right.
Zakopane, or as they say in Poland, Zakopane.
Tak, i ja chcę tu z tyłu kajtać.
Nie, ja mam gwiazdkę jeszcze. Nie, wystarczy, no. Zbroj buta.
I'm here on the main street in Zakopane, and you know we love to utilize Taste Atlas. Well, in the Tatra Mountain region, they have a special cheese that's made with sheep milk, and this is partially sheep milk, partially cow milk. I was told that they use more cow milk in the winter and sheep milk in the summer. I don't know if that's true, but that's what I was told. And here's what it looks like. It's a hard cheese eaten with cranberry jam, so I'm gonna try it out. I don't have 3 hands, so I'm gonna have to try it off camera. Yeah, that was really nice. Nice piece of fried cheese with some cranberry sauce. It wasn't too sweet, so it balanced out really nicely. You know what else is really nice? This church behind me. Zakopane. There's a lot of little shops like this where you can buy sheep wool and cheese and jams and such. Well, I just had a fantastic dinner. I bought some knickknacks, some patty whacks. I gave my dog a bone. And Zakopane is definitely a little bit expensive, but I can already tell it's one of my favorite cities in Poland. It's really nice. I like the góra culture, the mountain man culture. It's very nice. I know it's touristy, but it's cool for Americans. So this was my little tour of Zakopane. Now I'm gonna cut to tomorrow where I try to climb Mount Rysy. It's the final journey. I'm on my way from Zakopane to Tatra National Park. You can see behind me, a beautiful scenic day, perfect weather. This is what I've been climbing. We're going to the top of the tallest mountain in Poland, Mount Rysy. First time biking to the entrance of the park. Then I'm gonna walk to Morskiego, the lake, and then it's straight up to the summit. All right, I made it into the Tatra Park. You can see behind me, that's a big thing. You can take a horse from the entrance of the Tatra Park to Morskiego, which is a big lake. But I'm just gonna hoof it. I'm not gonna make them hoof it. Pretty cool scenery. You can see you got a pick of the horses. It's a pretty steep climb, like a gradual climb. And this is apparently the busiest time of the year. That's why I'm here at 9 a.m. I left my place at like 6, biked over here. But yeah, it should be extremely crowded later. So I'm glad to be on the front end of that. You can see there's actually still snow up in the crevices of the mountains. I'll be up there soon. I think that's the one we're going to right there. For the sake of authenticity, I'm wearing my góral hat, which the Polish mountain men would wear. And I question how they would keep it on their heads, because I have to go like this every time there's a strong wind so it doesn't blow off my head. Yeah. If there's any górals out there, tell me in the comments. There's two ways to Morski Oko, and I think that's the restaurant over there. Yeah, you can really see the snow on the mountain now. Also, everything I've walked so far you could get done by horse, including a little bit more. And it's been maybe an hour, maybe a little more. About an hour. It's been about an hour. So it's up to you to decide if that's cheating, because we're not even at Morski Oko yet. Looks like this is where the horses stop. And then this is the way, the final way to Morski Oko. And then on to Mount Rysy. This stream next to the trail is extremely nice. The water is icy cold, probably like 60 degrees. Not actually icy, but there's also little spots where they have a thing set up so you can fill up your water bottle from there. It's coming straight off the mountain, so it's fresh and clean. If I wasn't full on water, I'll fill it up on the way back probably. Here it is, Morski Oko. Oko meaning I. Morskia, I think, is it's a word morsha in a case, I believe. So CI, as in like the ocean, sea. Now to the summit. It says this is 4 hours 15 minutes from this point. Maybe that's true. I believe I was told much less than 4 hours 15 minutes. So I'm gonna have to see about that. But even if it does take me 4 hours, I'm doing it. I just went down and touched the water. It's very nice. It's pretty cold, which is nice. It is good weather today though. Windy. But yeah, it's like 70 something degrees. Very nice. Well, it's definitely clear that most of the people who came down here were coming to see Morski Oko, because this path up to Rysy is much more sparse. Which makes sense. This is a much longer trek. Some fish in the lake. Nice little waterfall. It looks like it starts way up there too. Presumably the source would be melting snow, I would imagine. But shit, dog. I don't really know how rivers work. Look at that bad boy. A beauty. I'm tempted to drink some of this water. I'm gonna do it. Ugh. Oh yeah, that's fresh. That's that sip of water that you want when you wake up at 2 in the morning, dehydrated. That's that sip of water you want. Just passed a sign that said Rysy, 3 hours 50 minutes. It begins. This cross says 1835. If that's true, that's really impressive. Just like this is very impressive. Focus. I have to take the hat off right now because it's so windy. I'm willing to say it, guys. This is the most beautiful place in Poland. Interestingly, now that we've gotten to the second lake, which I don't know the name of, but is pristinely beautiful, even more people have stopped. I think this was the destination for a lot of people. I think we're down to about 10% of the people who were walking to the first lake. So clearly not everybody wants to climb the tallest mountain in Poland, which I can understand. It's already been quite a bit of effort. The first set of stairs was extremely steep. Now it's not bad at all. It's almost flat because I'm just walking around the second lake going to the next incline, I assume. This is something I was really hoping to see because I think it's pretty cool. Coming from Florida, it's July 6th right now, and there's still snow on the mountain. Hey, let me show you something. I think it's just barely visible, but see the snow's melting? I think that's one way that the water's coming down into the lake. Just a slow snow melt, but it's over all of this and much more. One could also imagine that the snow at the top up there is probably considerably thick. I wouldn't even estimate, but it could be several meters thick up there at the top. Very cool. I just wanted to investigate a little bit. The snow is extremely dirty when you're up close to it, but I'm sure it's solid as a rock. Let's check. Oh, not actually that solid. That's surprising. Yeah, you see how dirty it is? That's a pretty good start to answering the question of how thick that snow sheet is. It looks like I was right, maybe 9 feet or more. It's hard to tell from this far away. I really like this waterfall. Comes down and down into the lake, starting from a patch of melted snow up at the top of that mountain. It's a good thing I have the energy to do this, because I had 2 Żabka sandwiches for breakfast. Żabka, please sponsor me. I'll do anything. Well, there is a bit of actual climbing. Not bad though. And it keeps on going. I ran out of water, so I just filled it up right here. Ice cold. This is the ice cold I'm talking about. It's like, 40 degrees. I assume it's clean. I think it is. My water was actually too cold to hold, so I deposited it on a rock and I piled a bunch of rocks on top of it. It's not going anywhere unless somebody takes it, and I will collect it on my way down. But I was just told it's about 2 more hours to the summit, which sounds good to me. The only problem is, supposedly it's gonna rain in 2 hours, but doesn't sound like my problem. If it rains, it rains. If it hails, if it pours down lava, I'm getting up this mountain. Well, this is pretty cool. Waltzing through a winter wonderland. It really is like Christmas in July. It's a little bit slippery with my shoes. It really does just keep on going and going. This is definitely the most difficult hike I've ever done, but also maybe one of the most beautiful. I think the only one that compares would be the hike up to Machu Picchu, but this one might beat it. It's very close. I'm starting to wish I bought a 3rd sandwich from Żabka, but being hungry, that's all part of it. Also, it's a little chillier up here than I expected, but that's okay. The beard helps. This is what we're looking at. We can see the 2 lakes again. And there's where we started, way down there. They got this long chain section, which is pretty cool. Well, it's not Everest, but you could certainly die on this mountain if you weren't being smart. There's actual climbing, and you could definitely fall. I feel like the air is a little bit thinner up here. Not crazy. This is cool. Yeah, see, that's a good example. If you're being dumb along here and you slip, or you're drunk for some reason, that's death. We're coming around to the home stretch now. I think conceivably it'll be less than in an hour. Conceivably it'll be less than an hour from now. What a view. I'm sure the camera doesn't quite do it justice, but it is fantastic. Immaculate Polish beauty. The further up you get, it seems like the steeper it gets. Pardon me. Look at this. Let's do it. Well, I just crossed paths with a bloke from Birmingham, and my spirits are lifted because he said 15-20 minutes I'll be at the top, and that's some good news for me. I'm ready to start going down instead of always going up. What a beaut. And there's the summit, I reckon. Well, we're on the same level as clouds. I'm having a hard time keeping my hat. I'm hiding my hat right here in hopes that I don't lose it. I don't think anybody will steal it. Let's see. It's cold as shit up here. That's Slovakia over there. This is a nice one. Chain, side of mountain, strong wind. Can't hold my phone up or else it'll blow out of my hand. Up here in cloud 9. The wind's very strong and it's cold as shit, but I'm gonna say feels very good. It's a culmination of 3 weeks going from the sea in Gdansk to here on the border of Slovakia on Mount Rysy. I hope you enjoyed this series. Don't forget to like, comment, subscribe. Thank you. This is the new Animal Planet. I don't spook him.